So, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's session to get to know about how you can start your competitive programming and DSA. So, we have today our guest speaker, Jaskaran Singh, who is a upcoming software engineer at Google and also a problem setter at Scalar. So, today, Jaskaran will take you how you can start your competitive coding and data structures and algorithm. So I request Jaskaran to share little about your journey, how you get into competitive coding and started your DSA to getting a job at a Google.
Hello everyone. First of all, thank you Anirudh for introducing me. As you know, my name is Jaskaran Singh. I am a final year student at IIT Indore, and I am pursuing BTech CSE, and I am quite renowned in the field of competitive programming. I have achieved some really good things like being an ICPC World Finalist. Our team from college also received first rank in regionals in ICPC. If you might not know about ICPC, like it's a coding competition for competitive programmers, like worldwide coding competition. Other than that, I am an upcoming software engineer at Google, and I was interning at Google this summer. And currently, I'm a problem setter at Scalar. So first of all, I'd like to tell you how I started competitive programming, like what motivated me to start this journey. So initially when I came to the college, of course I didn't know anything about coding, and I didn't know anything about competitive programming, what it is and what is the benefit of competitive programming. There was a programming club in our college, and there was a contest held only for freshers. So that was something that intrigued me, like intrigued my interest a bit. Like there is a competition, so basically this I had some competitiveness in the field of mathematics and all, and I knew that the contest is something which contains skills of logic and mathematics. So I was very fond of logical reasoning and mathematics. That's what led me to become a really good competitive programmer. I started learning a language, and before that contest I did a few problems on HackerRank. That is a basic platform, and when I gave the contest I came third in the first year. So after that I was more competitive because I was like ki, I need to be the first one, not the third one. So that's what competitive programming is. This is the programming where you compete among each other. Like if you don't have that competitiveness, you won't you won't be motivated to go further beyond a level. In general, like people have some targets, like if we reach this level it's okay, but competitive programming is like you have to reach ahead of others, because in daily world people are like there are a lot of people coming to BTech doing coding. So as more of the people are doing coding, there is more competition. The more the competition, the more the difficulty to reach a certain skill level and get into the big tech companies. Now, you might think, why is competitive programming related to big tech companies? I would come to that later, but I'll go on with my journey. So, I got to know that I had an interest in competitive programming. I got to know that by giving that contest, and after that, my motivation was I need to be the first one in the college, and I started doing a lot of problems. But of course, I didn't know much theory. I just knew the basics of the language. I tried to do the problems with those basics, and after a certain point, it happens that if you don't know some topics, you can't reach a further level. Like with the basic knowledge, there is only some skill that you can achieve. So I achieved the highest skill that I could have achieved with that basic knowledge. But after that, when I came to know that I can't go further beyond, I started learning. I followed USACO guide. There is a guide named usaco.guide, where I used to learn new topics. Actually, it is a really tough guide. I might not recommend it to everyone, but you might go through that guide if, or people do go through a lot of YouTube channels that might be beneficial. But for me, I only did USACO guide, and I used to practice only on code forces, to be honest. Like I began with hacker rank in the beginning, but till now, honestly, I'm saying I have only used one platform, code forces. I used to give every contest on code forces. I did a lot of problems on code forces. So that's how my journey was. And in 1 month, 1 year, I reached a level that a top 100 Indians. I reached the level of top 100 Indians in 1 year. So that's all about my journey. And I would also like to tell why competitive programming is beneficial for to get into big tech companies. You would think that aren't related to software development, but in order to get into the software development field, you need to know competitive programming. Why is that? Competitive programming, DSA, like I'll tell you this also. Okay, what is the difference? But for right now, we should use competitive programming. Why do companies ask for competitive programming? They ask for competitive programming because they all the companies, all the big companies have their own stack of development. They don't use the uniform stack like that is available to the people. They will use a certain stack that they have it to themselves only. Like you wouldn't know how to code in a company before going into the company, and that's why they hire people who are fast learners. The people who already know development, they can't judge by that. Na, ki they can learn fast. But if a person knows can solve problems on the spot, like if a person can think immediately, that's what they want. That's why they require competitive programming skills. They want that people should be they want the people who are fast learners and can think quickly on the feet. And that's why they hire people on the basis of competitive programming or DSA skills. And yeah, I would also like to tell a bit about my venture. Actually, I have a venture named Senior. Uh, it is basically a community. We have our Discord servers and WhatsApp community also. In this community, we solve doubts of people, and we have contest discussions after every contest. Like I take the discussion after a few contests. Like if contest is being held on Code Forces, just after the contest, I take the discussion discussing the problem and solutions. And other than that, we have our own problem set in sheets. We have a lot of we have vast problem set. We have different topics. You can check out our website, asksenior.in, senior.in. Like you can check out. We have developed a really good website, and you can check out our problem sets. And we also have a doubt support batch. Like if you would like to join it, you can also join it at a minimal price. And yeah, so that's all about my venture. You can go through that through our website on asksenior.in.
Great. So like that was so amazing to hear. So like I will ask like common doubt like every beginner has like what programming language they should start. Like some some like have doubt like they will start should start from C plus plus or Java or Python. So like what programming language is preferred to like get started in CP and also in
Um,
DSA.
Honestly, I would suggest that languages like Python and Java might be a bit slow and might not be that friendly for competitive programmers. I totally recommend C++ if you want to do competitive programming. Like, I'm not saying that you can't do in other languages. You can. It's your choice. But if you want to do competitive programming, I would suggest do it in C++. But there's no pressure at all. You can do it in your own language. Just if you want to achieve a higher skill at competitive programming, then I would say C++ is much better.
Like and also like is like have you said like you have worked with like work on like code forces, so is code forces is sufficient or you can like go also like in hackerang also lead code problems also
See,
and also
honestly,
code forces.
I would say like HackerRank is just for the beginning. Like it is a beginner's platform. To be honest, like if you just want to start coding, you can do it on HackerRank. Code Forces is a really skill developing platform. There are other good platforms also. Like AdCoder is really good. You can follow that also. I don't have any problem with that. You can follow that AdCoder. There are a bit few others also. But I'm telling about me, like code forces is the best. And if you wanna ask about a lead code, I would say like a lead. If you wanna do DSA, then you can go to lead code. But in order to develop skills, I wouldn't say like lead code is a good platform. It is good for practicing DSA and doing a lot of problems. I am not saying that I didn't do lead code. I did it for DSA 1 month or 2 months. I used to do daily problems on lead code. I guess that's enough. But don't use it as a learning platform. Don't use it as a skill development platform. You use code forces, at code, or these platforms for development of skills.
Yeah, okay. So like with core forces rating, like you had to 1175. What are some like of the key lessons you will have learned and from your experience on that platform?
See, I have learned a lot throughout my journey. Like I have learned how to solve difficult problems, and uh, see, just reaching a rating is not enough. Experience also matters. How many problems you have solved also matters. So the main thing about what the application I have learned in real life is not taking too much pressure during important exams. Like a contest is like an exam. I have seen a lot of people like failing to perform in contests. Otherwise, they do great in practice. But for me, I learned one thing. I have to give every contest. I don't have to be afraid of the contest because there is a certain skill level. If you have achieved it, you would perform good. Even if you don't, it doesn't mean that you are not you're not good. Like rating downs and ups teach us a lot. Like to work harder, and it does give us a lot of motivation to work harder if we lose some rating, and it learns us to tackle with the pressure, and learns us to be more mature about like our performance. We don't have to just be stuck and be afraid about our performance, like not getting nervous about big competitions. Even like if you get a coding round of a company, you don't have to be nervous during that. How do you learn that? You learn by giving a lot of contests on these platforms. Then you don't have fear of giving any coding round. Like there won't be any pressure. You would just do how you do. Yeah, it's that.
Like and also like when like beginners start their journey in CP and also in DSA, some have doubt like should we do a development or we should like focus on CP DSA or we should do a parallelly both. So what is the importance of the DSA CP and development to get a job in a MNC companies?
See, I wouldn't say that you should do only CP. You should do only DSA. Development is also important to get into companies. uh, you basically have to cover all bases. You have to be really good in DSA. I would say not being very good in development can do. Like it might not be a problem, but you should have a set of good projects in development to show to the company. Like yeah, basically, you have to put 2 3 projects in your resume, and they should be good projects. Like company sees that you have done a really good work. So this much work is expected from you in development. Even if you CP, you can't say that if you don't do development, it would make you like you can get through it. It isn't like that. You have to do development too. In rare case, it happens that without even doing development, people get into companies. But I can say that there is the thing that without development you might get into the companies, but without DSA you can't. This is a thing for big
Yeah.
tech companies.
So like when beginners start their CP and also DSA, so like platform like Codeforces, HackerRank. So like when they starting solving their questions, so like some get stuck at solving the questions. So like so should we check that directly what is the answer or should we like should we solve it and give some time for that question, or should we check the answer and skip that question fast? Like,
Okay, so I would say that if you are solving a question, you shouldn't immediately check the solution. And even like I recommend giving a good question at least 1.5 hour is good enough. Like you should at least give it a thought for 1 to 1.5 hours, uh, and then also if it doesn't strike you, then you can look at the solution. But you shouldn't check the solution before that. Like it won't be any good. There are two things: either you can solve the question, or you can't. And there is a third thing where the question seems possible to be solved, but you aren't able to. See, the questions you can't even solve are the questions you have to leave immediately, because you know they are not of your skill level. They're highly above your skill level. Uh, the rating often tells you what is the skill level of a question, so you can judge it by that. Like if you have a certain rating, you can still look for the question for plus 200, plus 300 rating, above your rating. You can try to solve those, but more than that are the questions that are quite above your skill level, and you might not want to like touch those questions. If they seem solvable, then it's okay. Otherwise, don't touch them, because even after 1 to 1.5 hours you won't be able to solve them. Even after 2 hours, like basically those questions are unsolvable by you. So it's no point looking at the solution too. You need to look at the solution of the question that seem possible to be solved by you, but you aren't able to solve in about 1.5 2 hours. The important thing about competitive programming is thinking, developing a thought process. So thinking yourself develops a thought process, and looking at the solution doesn't. So that's why I'm saying that you have to think. Without thinking, you can't develop a skill. Looking at the solution wouldn't develop a skill. It is just learning, or it is just seeing the solution, seeing the answer to the question. You know, like how you guys did in JE. Like for JE, even if you prepared for mains, you had to practice. If you just looked at this answer or solution, would it help you? No, na. So that's same for the competitive programming and problems in competitive programming.
So there are like lots of students. So what is the like best time to like start their CP and DSA? Should they start in their first year or second year, or like some are in third year and fourth year is like nearest and they have to prepare for their placements also. So what if someone is starting from first year, second year, and some has like less time, 1 or 2 semester to like for the placement? So how they should start and where from which platform they should practice their DS and CP for the placement?
For first and second year, I would say just go on with the beginning only. Like start from the beginning, do CP properly. For third year, I would say that it you do have a lot of time still. Like you have 1 year, you can do CP, but it only depends on your willpower. I wouldn't put anything. Don't want anything on my hands that I have told you to do CP, so do CP. Like you can focus on other things, you can focus on development, or only developing DSA skills. See, DSA and CP are different things. DSA is just learning, and CP is implementing that learning. So learning CP takes a lot more time than DSA. So I might recommend that if you have less time, you can go with DSA. Uh, but if you are really like motivated, or you really want to do like if you are hardworking enough to like do good, then you can do CP. Like honestly, I would say, like I would if I have a person, I would in third year, I would say do CP. You have a lot of time, but it totally depends on you, if you are willing enough to.
Yeah, and you have like tell us about your ICPC journey. So how students can get into it? What path should follow for to get into ICPC?
The important thing for ICPC is competitive programming only, because it is based on that. The contest is based on that. So first and foremost thing is developing CP skills. People do start from first year and second year. They start from first and second year doing CP. So it is recommended that you you should practice a lot in CP. Then you can do good in ICPC. But there are other factors also. How is the team combination? Because in ICPC you form team of 3 people, and it depends a lot on how is your team coordination, how you divide the questions. Because in further levels of ICPC, there is only one laptop for three people, and only one person can code at a time. So you have to practice as a team for achieving a good rank in ICPC. You have to implement good strategies, and there I have seen a lot of team perform well when they divide the topics they need to master. Like they divide different topics. That if a topic like this comes, the question will come to you. If that a topic comes, then the question is for you, like that. So there are a lot of a lot matters on team coordination other than the skills.
And you have been like ICPC World finalist. So what benefits you are getting after being the ICPC finalist?
So after being ICPC finalist, like it is obviously, like I would say, for me it is the greatest achievement I could have gotten in my whole BTech, and it is highly respected among the companies too. Like if you want to get job, it makes really easy for you to get into companies if you are an ICPC World finalist. Like it is like bright star in your resume. So yeah, it does benefit a lot, and of course, the respect that comes with it, being an ICPC World finalist. And other than that, there are other perks like going to different country to give the contest and like enjoy that country. Like
Yeah.
this year we are going to Egypt for World finals, and I would really enjoy that journey. That's a big part of that.
So as you said, as like you were the intern at the Google. So does ICPC help there, and how you get selected as an intern at the Google?
See, actually, I interned before, and like uh, actually, I got internship much before getting into World Finals. Like I got it, I guess, 1.5 year back, or 1 year back. So at that time, I didn't have ICPC World Finals tag, and that I cracked due to solely on the basis of DSA and CP skills. Because there was a coding round, and after that, there were two interviews based on DSA only, and knowing that much DSA, I like easily like cracked the questions given in the interviews, and it was quite simple to crack the Google interviews. Honestly, it is quite simple for anyone who is good at CP or DSA.
The most common questions like everyone has if we are in tier 3 colleges or tier 2 colleges, and if we are doing CP and DSA, so how we can get selected in like MNC companies, also in FANG companies?
See, if you are in third tier colleges, the main problem is that the companies don't come into your college directly on campus. So you have to look for off-campus opportunities. So having good DSC and CP skills, you can ask for, you can build a really good resume. Then you can ask for referrals from other people like that who are already working there or who are already intern there. You can ask for referrals for the interview call. You can directly contact HRs of the companies, or like the people who hire. There are a lot of big companies, and they do hire off-campus people a lot, and um, many people just ask those HRs or ask for the referrals and apply through LinkedIn. Yeah, having a good LinkedIn profile is also recommended. You can ask for referrals, and you might get an interview call, and yeah, in the interview you show your skills, DSA development and all, and that's how you can get into big tech companies.
Yeah, like that is like helpful for everyone. So as you said, you have done CPDSA also, you are ICPC finalist. So uh, what is importance is to being a consistent in practicing competitive coding and and some practicing tips for the beginners to stay consistent, because some times what happen, like we are solving a questions and we doesn't get a solution, or we are stuck in, so we get demotivated and we just leave the questions, and uh, just we don't do like CP and this, just we just remove that.
Okay. So like I would say first of all, see if you have interest in competitive programming. Like competitive programming is a really interesting thing, to be honest. A lot of people might get interested in it. If you have interest in it, then that's enough to motivate you. Like if you have interest in mathematics and logical reasoning, competitive programming is for you. You can easily do it even if you don't are not able to solve a question. Like see, uh, there are a few reasons why you can't solve a question. Either it is highly above your skill level, or either it doesn't strike you. If it is highly above your skill level, you can leave the question. If it is within your skill level, then you can look at the solution. And uh, the motivation should be that next time some question like this comes, I would be able to solve it. But of course, I would recommend giving 1 hour to a question before leaving any like hope for the question. And staying motivated, like you can stay motivated through competition also. Like have a friend circle doing CP. So if you have a friend circle, you can be motivated. Like if he is giving contest, I will also give the contest. So like if some person solves the problem, then you would be like, he has done now, like I should also think of doing that problem. Like it's competition basically. Have a healthy competition among yourself. Like try to improve the skills by seeing others. That is one motivation. Like that is one motivation. Competitiveness. Yeah.
So, like, what strategies do you recommend for improving problem solving skills?
I would say solving a lot of problems, practicing a lot. Theory is fine, like you can do theory, but practicing it is more important than learning the theory. Like solve tons of questions. Like if you are at a particular skill level, I would suggest at least solve at least 100 questions for that particular skill level. Then you would have a really a strong hold on the concepts. You would have a really strong hold on problem solving. Like and if you like literally if you solve 100 questions on in a particular skill level, any question that comes to you, you can easily solve it. And the thinking time would also be quite less. Like you can easily think of the solution quickly in a few minutes if you have a lot of practice. So the only way of getting a good skill in competitive programming is practicing a lot.
Like, uh, during your colleges exam time, submission time, so how you have managed time to like also complete your college assignments and doing CP, DSA, and what advice you will give beginners and everyone to how they can manage their time so doing all this stuff.
See, this isn't something that you should take advice from anyone, because you are all in different colleges and there are different things in different colleges. Like everyone can't manage different things. Like there are different rules. Like my college didn't have 75% attendance rule, so I was quite lenient about it, and I was careless about the classes, of course. But I can't recommend that to you because I don't know what goes on in your college. It might be strict in your college. You might have to go classes daily. But what I can suggest is you have to take out time for this competitive programming at least 3 hours a day. Like one way is that during the classes you can like read a problem before the class and think of the solution during the class. But it totally depends on you. If you want to focus on classes, I won't suggest you to do that. If you really want to do classes, if it's like that you don't want to do classes but you have to do because of the attendance rule, then you can do this. And if you are allowed to open laptops in your class, then you can do competitive programming during your classes. That this is a way. So this would vary from person to person, college to college. So this is something you should ask from your seniors if they have been through the same phase, or you have to find out your own ways, innovate yourself. Okay, if you really want to do really great in future, then you have to think out of the box.
So, like, as you said about like make a circle who are doing same CP or DSA, which will inspire us. So, is there any competitive coding community or forum you can recommend for like to join? Everyone can join and to network and learn from others, or any community or forum you are part of that help you in CP and DSA.
I would say like as I told, we have a community, senior community we have. you can visit our YouTube channel. You would find the Discord and might find the WhatsApp community link. We do solve the doubts, and we also do give a lot of resources. Like we have a YouTube channel where we post solution to the contest. We also conduct various sessions on with high achieving people, so that people can ask them their questions. So you might join our community, and there are some other communities also on WhatsApp. There is a doubts and discussions community that I'm a part of, and it all I've seen that there also people solve each other's doubts. So you can join those communities also.
So like if you share the links for with everyone, that will be great
Uh,
for us.
sure. Should I share that in chat?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
So
wait.
everyone will get to know.
Wait. Let me find the link. Okay, yeah. Here is one link. Where I can chat. Is this somewhere I can type something? I can't see anything. Is there a chat option? Yeah, I got it. My bad. Here is the WhatsApp link for senior community. Let me found another link. Yeah. Uh, can find this. So this. Yeah. So I have got. This is a YouTube channel link. You can find Discord links also through this channel, and here is our website also that might help you. AskSenior.in.
So like we have one questions from audience like how do you handle your failure or setbacks in competitive coding, and what advice you can offer to those who might face similar challenges.
See, I would say like the setbacks I faced was like at a point I was like I can't progress further. Like I was stuck in a rating. Like I was thinking that my skill set is exhausted. It can't develop anymore. But it's never like that. Uh, what I did was, of course, I had a competitive spirit when I saw that people were getting ahead of me. Then I thought that I should practice, like I should get ahead again, like I should develop higher skill set. So I started practicing again, and the skills can always be developed through practicing higher skill problems. Like what I used to do is, if I have a rating X on code forces, I would start solving X plus 100, X plus 200 problems in order to develop my skill set, and I would grind on them. So yeah, I would recommend everyone to grind on these level of problems. Like if you have a rating X, you should grind the problems with difficulty X plus 100, X plus 200 in order to develop your skill. So if you ever have a skill setback, if you think it is never that, you can always develop your skills.
So like has a problem setter at Scalar. So what insights can you share about the process of creating challenges challenging programming problems?
See, I would say that a lot of programming problems are inspired by some ideas. Like, I personally first think of a topic that I want to make a problem on. Then I start building the problem. Then I think like how difficult is the problem? Is it solvable by me or not? Like I try to make problem a bit difficult, but difficult to that extent, I can also solve that problem. Otherwise, there's no point in making a problem that I can even I can't solve. So that's how I think. And sometimes I'm inspired by the problem. Like I have seen some problem, I can take an idea from that problem, and I can develop using that idea. I can develop a different problem, something like that.
So how you get into like being a problem setter at the scaler?
Sorry,
How you
like
get involved in being a problem setter at the scaler?
like I normally have to make three problems per week, um, of different difficulties. Like I would say one of 2100 plus one of 1700 to 1900 and one of 1300 to 1500. These are the rating ranges that I have to make a problem for.
So like we have one question like that. Should we start DSA first or CP?
See, it depends on you, but I would say like there's no point in doing DSA if you haven't done CP. Like CP, if you have done, you don't even need to do DSA. Honestly,
So like I just want to ask you like have you been involved in like any open source projects or have you contributed in any open source project?
other than doing internship at Google, I didn't contribute in development at all before that. Like I did projects in college, but nothing open source.
Okay. So like any memorable or a challenging experience from your journey in CP or in working as in a tech industry?
See, memorable experiences, yeah, were while working in the industry. Like, actually, it is quite a really great experience having a corporate job. Like doing work pressure is not that much in big tech companies. Like it's quite like relaxing. Also, there are a lot of different benefits, but it varies from company to company. My memorable experiences were in Google because I enjoyed there a lot. There were a lot of things to enjoy, honestly.
So like what are your future goals now? Like in what is as in career also and in CP also?
Like in CP, my future goal is to at least maintain the current skill set and like to get to a higher rank if possible, get to a higher rating. And in career, I have a goal that I want to get into HFTs, high frequency trading companies, uh, because like there is a different life in HFTs. There you learn in HFTs you learn a lot. There is a startup culture in HFTs. So after you have been through that startup culture where you work a lot, it seems easy to be in big tech companies. So I really want to try that.
Oh, so like any resources that you can like share with us, any specific book or like any channels that everyone
Yeah.
can follow for CP or DSA?
See, common platforms are like Interview, Big Geeks for Geeks. You can follow DSA in that. One place to learn the topics for CP is this Yusako.guide. And if you want a problem set, you can follow our channel. You can go through our website, asksenior.in, and you can go through our problem set. You can, yeah, you can solve that problem set if you really want resources for problem set.
So, lastly, I want to ask one important question. Like, what do you think an importance of networking and mentorship in your journey? And any recommendations for for those who are seeking to build their professional network?
Okay. I would say increasing networking might help or might not help. Networking helps you to it helps you that if you want to go into different company, a person can recommend you. If you have a really good network, you would have people in a lot of companies, and you would get to know a lot about what is happening in their company, or is there a project, or is there a team that interests you. So if you in future, if you want to follow anything of your interest, you can go to that company or go to that team, and you can get recommendation from that person that you know. That is the importance of networking.
So, like one question we have, like, can you describe a particular challenging problem you have encountered in your coding journey and how you approach solving it?
Like major problem was like, as I told you, that setback when I thought my skill set is not developing. That was a major challenge. And yeah, in initial phase, one more challenge was that when I used to do problems, basically I didn't do anything, any theory in the beginning. I used to do a lot of problems, but after a while I was stuck because other questions required a higher skill set, and I was really like mad about that I can't, I'm not able to solve these problems. Why am I not able to solve these problems? What So I didn't know that there I have to learn some topics to solve those problems. So that was a major setback in the initial stages of my journey. And once I came to know about these things that I have to learn, after that I was easily able to attain certain skills, and I knew how I have to proceed in the future also.
Great. And like lastly, what piece of advice you will give to aspiring CP? What would be it?
See, I would give one advice that if you want to do CP, don't leave it in between. If you want to do CP, do it consistently. Solve the problems daily for 2 to 3 hours. Then only you would be able to develop your skills, because CP is all about touch, all about intuition. If you don't do CP for a lot of time, you would lose that touch. You would lose that lose the intuition that you get. So it is really important for you to be consistent in CP even after you get a internship. I would recommend like keep doing CP, because you also need to get a placement. So yeah, that's what I can say.
Great to hear like your journey and your experience also and your advice.
Is it my internet or yeah, or okay, okay.
Okay, I guess
Yeah.
Anurag
Um,
is having some problems. So we
okay.
were at the end of this session. So would you like to share some more things like which were not asked in the questions, or maybe you would like to give it advice as a brother to everyone?
Yeah. See, I would say that when you are in college, you don't get the college life back. Once you are in companies, like it won't be the same. So I would
Right.
recommend just don't give all your time to these tech things. Enjoy your life also. Like have a good friend circle. Have fun in college, because it is really important to have fun in college. Otherwise, you would get stressed out, bored. If you really want to succeed, it is important that you have something to refresh your mind. Either go to some sports, and I would really suggest enjoy your college life too. Just don't keep on studying the whole day, as I did. I didn't used to study whole day. I enjoyed a lot in my college life, to be honest. I do enjoy right now also, but I when I do my work, I do it sincerely. That's what I'm saying. When you do your work, do it sincerely. Other than that, enjoy your life, because you wouldn't get those days back. That's
Right.
what I
Actually,
would.
that was the same thing for me when I like graduated from my college and went to my first job. It was like I was like very excited, but when after 10 days of my job, I was like, where am I? This is not what I was expecting. I should have enjoyed my college life a bit more. So yes, you are right. Uh, can we just take one more question? I
Sure, sure, sure.
guess it's important. Like, so we're asking, do you believe in freelancing professionals, or we should need a job to know more about professional industry?
Um, See, I can't really say on that. I haven't tried freelancing, and uh, I
Okay,
really
okay,
can't I really can't recommend you anything. Otherwise, the next year you would come to me. You would say you only said do freelancing, and I don't want anything on my end, so I can't suggest you anything on that. It's completely your choice.
okay, okay, okay. Yes, one more question. It's from different branch from Sonali. She's asking, like, uh, sir, as you have seen all through your journey, what's your view of mechanical engineering student who do DSA and CP trying to get into tech companies instead of core?
See, I guess in big companies, off campus, brand doesn't matter. I guess like
Right.
irrespective of branches, you can get into the company. So it is completely fine if you don't go into core. Actually, there are a lot of people. Many of the people don't even go to core. They try coding only. So it is
Hmm.
completely fine if you go to coding jobs. But yeah, it is recommended that you look out for the opportunities for your branches, because there are some companies that only allow CSC and electrical students to sit in for the internships or placements. So that's what you have to look at your end. But in my opinion, the brand doesn't matter to many companies.
Hmm. Okay, just one more last question. It's from my side only.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
when a student is in third or his fourth year, mostly one decide what he want to do, which language he want to pursue. Like he want to go into web development, he want to go into app development or machine learning, data science thing. Like when and how should one fix this? Like how to decide where should we go? Because if we are going into web development, then getting into data science domain or some other domain, bit it gets bit hard for one, right?
That's
So
true.
what do you suggest according to your journey?
See, this is obviously this is again a dependent question on the person. The field like development and competitive programming are those which would get in directly into the companies for software engineering jobs, and that's a short way after the BTech. Like you just get into the companies and get settled. That's one way, and yeah, I can recommend that you can do that. But there are other ways. Like it also depends on your interest. Now, you just don't have to follow what other people follow. If you have interest in data science, you can go for higher studies, because in the field of data science, people usually go for higher studies. So if you really want to do that, then do that. Like मैं pressure नहीं डालूंगा कि like do development or CP only. It's completely on your choices. It's what you want from life. If you just want to get settled after BTech, go for development jobs. If you really want to do something interesting that really interests you, or more significant, something which is more significant in your life, then you can follow that. It's totally up to you. Look at your situations. What are your situations? What would be good for you? Then select the field what you want to do.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Jaskaran sir. So I guess we have 1 hour completed. Let's wind up this session. Thank you very much for joining with us and sharing the valuable uh,
Okay.
experiences and feedbacks. Uh, so yes, thank you.
So thanks a lot,
Also,
Abhishek.
I would
It
like to
was
thank.
yeah,
Yes, yes, sorry for interrupting.
yeah. Thanks a lot, Abhishek. It was really great to be here. Like I really liked it. So thank you for having me here.
Thank you. I would also like to thank all our audience who joined us. Just follow SWC, register for SWC, and keep contributing. contribute to open source that we can see. Thank you.
Okay,
We'll end.
great. Okay, great.